Jedrick, how you doing? Thanks for being with us on Browns Live Meet the Rookies presented by ManCan. It's good to see you. How's everything been going for you?
It's going good. Appreciate you for having me here. I'll meet the rookies. I'm super excited, and everything's well. It's as good as it can be right now.
So, Jedrick, my sources have told me that under that hat we've got a new hairstyle going. What's the deal with that?
I just got tired of the long hair. I had to change it up a little bit. So yeah, I have no hair. It's cut down. Probably one of the main reasons why I can have on a hat right now. This has been the first time thing in a while that I've been able to fit a hat on. So new hairstyle, new me.
And it's a nice hat there. Listen, I'm a fan of the high and tight, as you can tell. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, Jedrick, you're from Lexington, Kentucky. This is called Meet the Rookies. We want to get to know you guys. Tell us a little bit something about young Jedrick Wills. What were you like as a young man?
I'd probably say I was troublesome. I had a whole lot of energy. But just a kid who grew up loving football was my favorite thing. That and basketball. I had a little love-hate relationship between both. Eventually got too big, so I had to pick football. But it filled me out right, and now I'm here.
And you come from a very athletic family. Your father coaches basketball. So your mother was a standout player at Eastern Kentucky. You mentioned that basketball game. Was that a dream, though? Was that something that you were bummed you had to choose football? By the way, it's worked out pretty well, I'd say.
Not really bummed out. I love football. I love everything about it, the aggression. I love hitting people, but basketball was always fun just because you could be out there on the court, and I was always bigger than everybody. So I kind of bullied my way around. I like to shoot. It was just easy access for basketball, but football has definitely been my first love.
Who would you say you modeled your hoops game after when you were a young man? Who did you look up to on the court?
I was a big DeMarcus Cousins fan. He ended up going to the
Boogie
University of Kentucky.
Cousins.
Yeah, Boogie Cousins, man, he was a problem. But I would say probably him. But I thought I was a point guard, so my favorite players growing up were AI and Carmelo when they were back on the Nuggets. So I thought I was a point guard, but I
AI.
was like, yeah, I was this big dude trying to play point guard, so that's how that went for me.
Listen, that's the evolution of basketball in some respect, right? Now you have these big guys that can handle the rock. Jokic out there in Denver, speaking of the Nuggets. So maybe it could have been. But listen, I think everything's gone pretty well for you. Let's go back to high school. What was your recruitment like? You end up at Alabama, obviously one of the most prestigious programs in the country. But what was that recruitment period like for you?
It was tough. Like you said, it was a fun, long recruitment process. It was a hard choice not to stay home here in Kentucky, but ended up coming down the last day between Alabama and Kentucky, and I just felt like going to Alabama, it was going to be the best opportunity for me.
When you go to Alabama, you go to a program like that, you have a legendary coach in Nick Saban. What did you learn from Nick Saban?
I learned a lot of things, but I feel like the best thing that helped me evolve throughout my college career was just being treated like a pro day in and day out. Just kind of the mentality and the attitude, the work ethic, all those things, the preparation you had to bring every day to, thrive in a prestigious franchise like Alabama.
So you go there, right? You start one game in your first year, your freshman year. Then you start all 15 your sophomore year. You had to earn that right to be on the field at a program like Alabama. What was that experience like for you? And how does that relate to now you go from being the man at Alabama? And obviously, look, there are big hopes for you, big plans for you to be that starting left tackle. But when you have to come back in and then kind of reprove yourself and earn that time?
Right. It was definitely a shock coming into college ball. Really, like you said, just having to earn what I came there for. It was definitely a big step in my life, but I feel like it'll be the same way coming into the NFL. There's a lot of great guys on the team, a lot of great guys throughout the league, but it'll be nothing but just work ethic and hard work for me to, kind of reestablish myself and actually make something of myself, and I hope to do that.
I know you do. And one of the big things I'm sure everybody wants to know about, how's that transition going from being a right tackle to a left tackle? I know you've had a lot of great advice from Bill Callahan, who's helped people do that very successfully in the NFL. I know Joe Thomas has been in touch with you, but how is that transition going for you? Does it feel natural yet?
It's been feeling good, and I can say it is getting to feel natural. I've been working on it every day at workouts. Been sending videos in to Coach Callahan and to Joe T, and I'm really just working on it. It has to become second nature to me since it's a new job for me. But it's just something I got to continue to work on all the way up until camp and then to whenever the season comes here.
Well, Jedrick, we told our fans tonight's all about them. It's Browns Live. They can use the hashtag Browns Live to get us questions for you and in our entire rookie class. And they have done that. They have sent in a lot of questions. So let's get to some of those fan questions right now. The first one comes from Aaron Horn. He says, how does it feel to be back in the Midwest and have the chance to play close to home?
Man, Aaron, it feels great. I was very excited when I got drafted by the Browns. Closer to home, closer to family, so it'll be easy for them to make trips to come to the games. But it feels great knowing that I have people who are close to my home that support me.
All right, another fan question. This one from Winford Moore Jr. says, who is your favorite NFL legend growing up as a kid?
Oh, I have a couple. If you want to be honest, I'll probably say LaDainian Tomlinson. He was probably one of my favorite players growing up. I remember I had his cleats back in Little League. He was a great running back, a really great guy off the field as well.
Did you have running back aspirations as a young man?
No, I surpassed those when I was probably about 7. That kind of went out the window.
I could imagine you carrying the ball, being like some of those videos that go viral where you're just stiff arming people, shoving them to the ground. I'm sure it would have been fun though.
Right. I wish that was the case.
All right, we've got more fan questions. Again, use the hashtag Browns Live to get your questions in. This one from Tom says, what's on your game day playlist? What gets you hype before a big game?
Oh, definitely Lil Uzi Vert. Best artist in the game right now, in my opinion. Everybody's going to hate me for that, but he's my favorite artist. Key Glock, a little bit of Gunna, Lil Baby. I mean, pretty much some of the hottest people out right now. Young Thug, but the same people I've been listening to for forever. So they're all on my playlist.
Do you like to just get into that zone pregame and that music helps you get there?
Right, yeah. I feel like you see the two type of people. So you got the people who just like, they're by themselves in the corner listening to music. Then you got the singers who are just trying to get the energy, trying to get it going. I feel like I'm a little bit of both. It just depends.
When the mood strikes you, you sing. I love that. We'll be on the lookout for that. We got another fan question. Again, use the hashtag Browns Live and you can get your questions to our rookie class. This one from Jacob Kallman, and he says, which offensive lineman did you model your game after the most? Since clearly LaDainian Tomlinson, that was the legend you looked up to. On the O-line side of things, who's the guy that you look up to?
Right. So unfortunately, I couldn't be like LT, but I really like Lyle Collins, who's in the league right now, plays for the Cowboys. I watched him growing up a little bit when he was at LSU. And then Cam Robinson. I was younger, going through the recruitment process while he was at Alabama. A really good lineman who plays for the Jaguars now. So I feel like those two guys are kind of my role models for offensive line.
All right. When you think about your rookie season, you take a look at that schedule that came out a few months ago. You see the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium, the Steelers Week 17, the finale. You get the Houston Texans, J.J. Watt coming to town, the Ravens, who were 14-2 a year ago, the Bengals down from Southern Ohio, close to Kentucky. What's the game really on our schedule at First Energy Stadium maybe that you're looking forward to the most?
If you want to be honest, all of them. I know the fans are going to bring it week in and week out. It's going to be an amazing experience. But if you want to be honest, probably the first game of the year, like actually playing against Lamar. I watched him playing like when he was in college, and then of course last year in the league and whatnot. But I feel like it's going to be a great, kind of see him in person, see him in action.
Yeah, and then we get the Ravens in December, Monday Night Football at First Energy Stadium. That's going to be a lot of fun. Jedrick, great spending some time with you tonight. Thank you for taking time to join us on Browns Live. Meet the Rookies presented by ManCan, and I can't wait to see you up here in Berea and see you getting to work and get ready for this 2020 season.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Thank you for having me, and I'm more than excited to get to work. I'm ready to get it rolling.